A little something. Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of A Little Something Something. And that's exactly what I'm going to be making for you guys today. A little something. So let's get into it. First of all, happy Pride Month. I just thought it was best to start on the first day of Pride. Like, what better day to start than my month? So shout out to the girlies. Shout out to the lesbians of Dallas. First of all, let's start with exclusive Saturdays, lesbian in Dallas. There's just so many contributors to Dallas right now for the lesbian community, and I love it. Obviously, Aura Hour, my brand, of course. So yes, again, just shout out to the girlies. Shout out to everybody in the community. It's just all love all the way around. So yes, let's get into it. Today I'm going to be making stuffed salmon. Well, let's just say salmon with a topping. I'm going to do shrimp, cream cheese, spinach. That's going to be the topping on top, and little rice, little broccoli. So yeah, let's talk, y'all. I know a lot of y'all are probably wondering, like, where have I been? What have I been doing? I have been on like a little hiatus from social media. So first of all, I miss y'all, love y'all. Can't wait for y'all to see this when you guys do see this. But yeah, I've just been kind of living in the moment. I've been taking time to just, reflect, do some self-work. So yeah, and I love it, honestly. Like I said, if I came back to social media or came back just in any light, that I would want to share, my life with you guys and my piece, which is cooking. So let's get into that first. Okay, so for the salmon, I do have my seasonings. I will list them in the video. There's just too many to list. So let's start off with that. Actually, we're going to start off with a little oil. Of course, guys, you want to make sure you scale your salmon, clean it, a little vinegar, a little water, which I did prior to starting the video with you guys. Again, these are my seasonings. So what should we talk about, y'all? Okay, so what did I say? Okay, took a little break from social media, been getting my mind right, doing a little traveling. Went back home to my home state a few times. Shout out to Detroit. And just kind of been chilling, like, you know what I'm saying? Just living in the moment, going outside, touching the grass, as they say. So that has been really nice. I started reading a book. I do want to start a book club. What do y'all think about that? Like, would y'all really be down for that if I started that? I'm into like real stories, so like, documentary, or I'm sorry, not documentaries, but like just tell-alls. I want to know about, someone's life, or informational books, just learning different things. I like to read up on like mental health, just to kind of get a better understanding of people. Cause yeah, some of y'all are a hot mess. Especially in the gay community, y'all. Like, why are we so messy? Like, why we can't all just, get along all the time? So with that, I think just, understanding like where people come from, why they may be the way that they are. So it's interesting. So I love reading. I love learning. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. Make sure you rub it in real good, use the hands and just kind of rub it in, massage it in. Make sure you are coating every piece of the salmon. In other news, y'all, what do y'all want to talk about? Let's talk about social anxiety. So I am like the biggest advocate for social anxiety because I have it like to the fullest on top of my ADHD. So you combine ADHD and social anxiety, and you have a nice little recipe for an interesting evening. I'll say that. So as some of you may know, I do have a brand, Aura Hour, and it is a safe space for say that to say, a lot of people see me in an element where it's like, oh, she's so confident, she's so nice, she's walking around. Maybe in the inside, I'm like sweating, my heart beating fast. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to make sure everybody's having fun because I overthink. So it's definitely hard, I think, and I think sometimes in our generation, especially, we like to mask our social anxiety with alcohol, which I think is the reason why our generation is suffering a lot of strokes and just different health problems, because we turn to alcohol to try to have a good time. And I'm guilty as the next person, because I'm definitely that person to where I'm like, hey, let me start off with 2 drinks, and that's just to, you know what I'm saying, get me social. That's not even to include the actual party or the fun of the night. So with that being said, today actually does mark my first day of my 30-day hard. So I'm gonna do the 30-day hard for June. No alcohol, no bread, no sweets. The normal stuff within the 30-day, but the no alcohol is a big thing for me because it is going to test my discipline, not only my discipline, but my ability to have fun in a room without alcohol being involved. Especially with June being Pride Month, there's so many events going on this month. Some that I'm sure I will attend, and I have to be in those rooms, without being inebriated, with alcohol. So I think it'll be interesting. I think it's definitely something needed from time to time. I recommend, everyone do it every now and again. That's to cleanse your body and to just cleanse your mind and just see things clear without being intoxicated. So we shall see. I'm very excited to do this for the month. And again, alcohol, you gain so much weight, y'all. I don't even think people realize, there's so many calories in every shot that you take. And then you add a mixer, something sweet. You add that in together. That's a meal, essentially. Every drink that you have when you're outside is essentially a meal. So just something to think about, when you're outside having a good time. But yeah, okay, so let's get back into this food. I just put a little lemon on top. It is seasoned now, so I am gonna go in with the Walker's Wood jerk seasoning, hot and spicy, because I'm a hot and spicy girl. Why did I start or hour? I know it was a big question, or how I came up with the name. So for me, again, I've always had social anxiety, so I've always been like the quiet person in the room, unless I'm, talked to, or unless, like I said, I have a couple drinks and that opens me up. But when I'm just chilling, I'm chilling, and I just kind of like to play the background, scope the scenes. I'm not really big into all the new school music, so really when I'm out, I'm just chilling. Now when they put on some R&B, that's my time to shine. But anyways, so I created Aura Hour for the people, like me, that maybe, sometimes overlooked, or, just don't really know how to interact because you may be socially awkward, or, have social anxiety. So I wanted to bring people together to let them know, hey, it's okay. You can be yourself here. Like I said, my events were kind of centered around poetry and R&B. So just different forms of expression and creativity, which I will be coming back. So stay tuned for the next 4-hour event. I took some time off to just kind of figure out how I wanted to go about it, and the different venues. Dallas is so hard to kind of expand with that, just because of the venues and them not being able to keep them open long. You think you get comfortable with the venue, and then all of a sudden you look up and now they're closed. So I'll be back. Stay tuned, y'all. I got something cooking for y'all. I just want to make sure when I do bring Aura Hour back that it is of quality, and it is of a safe space that I promise you all for it to be. So if it's less than perfect, then it's not ready yet. Yes, the name Aura Hour just kind of stemmed in my mind. Aura is a big thing for me as far as what I pick up on people. I am an empath, personally myself, so I read energies before people even open their mouth. I can feel the energy in the room before we even have a conversation. So your aura is something that exudes from you. So I picked that up very easily. So that, and then, or an hour, sometimes you need an hour to yourself. You just need an hour that is just all about you. And that is why I created that name, or hour. So when you come to my events, that moment and that time is all about you, for you to enjoy yourself in that moment. So yeah, that's how that kind of got started. Yeah, so my ADHD has now kicked in and I don't feel like talking that much anymore. So we're gonna do a little something, and we are going to have a little karaoke break. So DJ is going to turn up that music and she's gonna put on a song that I really, really like, because I just know, the girl knows what I like. What y'all think? Y'all know I'm a Jasmine Sullivan girly down. I'm like, oh my God, if I could ever cook for her, we'd be in the kitchen just singing and cooking, just vibing, gigging. So y'all let her know I went to her concert, because let me tell y'all, that was her concert. That Maxwell and Jasmine Sullivan concert, she should have had a longer segment. Love my boy Maxwell, obviously, but she should have had a way longer segment, because I lost my voice singing every one of her songs word for word. Did we just talk Jasmine Sullivan up, y'all? Okay, so we're gonna have a little jam session. Turn it up, DJ. Funny how I finally picked the script on. Yeah.